Hello dear chess friends, we are now at episode 5 of Chess Puzzles for Beginners. As I explained last time, this is very important stuff for your chess playing strength. Nothing will improve your chess playing strength like ability to solve uh, those puzzles, those tactical patterns in a reasonable amount of time. So, let's start. Okay. So here black is threatening to take our bishop. We have some threats here on the back rank, but so far black can escape here. Of course we can then check with the bishop, but let me see, is this correct move order? What can we do else? We cannot attack the rook. Okay, so I'm not sure. I shall try to check with the rook first. Okay, I shall now try to okay, maybe I can also check here. Let me see. Yes, and I can then take the bishop here, so not bad at all. If I check here, black will stop me with the pawn, and I have no clear continuation actually, so I shall try to check here and just simply to take the bishop. I have now some other possibilities here, so let's take the bishop here. Okay, let's move on. So our queen is attacked, indirectly also our our knight here. Also black has some threats with the queen, supported with the bishop here. Okay, what can we do now? But we are also attacking the black queen, so we are attacking the queen with the knight. We cannot take immediately because black will also take our queen, but it seems to me that the simplest solution here is just to check with the queen and move our queen to safety in this way, and then to take the black's queen. So let's move here and just like take the queen here. Okay, let's move to the next puzzle. Material is almost equal. We are a pawn down. Okay. Okay. It would be nice if we can take one piece from black. Okay, I am considering taking the check here. Taking the check here. And maybe checking again and then taking the knight here. But what happens if black king escapes here? And after that he will be able to protect the queen here or here. So I'm not completely sure about this move here. But do we have some other options actually here? It seems to me that we can do nothing with the we must react quickly because black also has a discovered check, moving this knight here. So I cannot check from here or here. I shall lose the queen. So I shall try to check from here. Okay, if there is some reason why black didn't escape on d5, I didn't see that, but now it's pretty much simple. I shall again check here and then take the knight here. Okay, let's move on. Okay. Okay, pretty much confusing situation. But black has no clear threats, at least at the moment. This knight on d2 is protected. So what can we do here? What can we do here? Taking the knight is just an exchange. Okay. Okay, but actually no. If we take the knight, we are actually attacking also the queen, and we are also removing one defender of this rook on f2, but we also have another defender here. Okay, but the queen is also defender on this of this bishop on h4, and the queen cannot move back here because it will be taken by the knight. So actually, if I take the knight, black will need to take with the pawn, and then I can take the rook, which is more valuable than the knight. Okay, I am not sure, but I shall take this move now, and I shall now try to take the rook here. And it was correct. I was not sure, but it was correct. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so we have a nice discovered attack actually. To the d8. But what can we do? We cannot check somehow. We can attack the queen. We can attack the queen, and the queen is not protected at all. And if black takes the knight on b4, we are then proceeding with our rooks as planned. So it seems to me that well, actually this could be considered also, but after this move black will take with the bishop and protect the rook on d8. So my first candidate is this move here. So do I have any other options? I have a dangerous position for the queen, but I have no support from other pieces here. So I shall simply move this, and as planned this, and as planned this. Okay, that was good. We are doing good. Let's move on. So what we have here, we have very interesting endgame, two rooks against the queen, and we must react quickly because white has dangerous passed and connected pawns. This pawn on e5 and d4 are really dangerous. So it would be nice if we can simply take the queen with the rook. So we just need a white king on rank 3 instead of rank 4. Okay. So how to proceed? Okay. Not completely clear, because if I check with either this rook or this rook, white will be able to escape here. Okay, but I shall So it's not easy. It's not completely clear to me what is going on here. Maybe I can also check here. Okay, maybe I can check here. And then I'm controlling this line here. And also this pawn is controlling h5 and f5. So, and I shall then be able to attack with the second rook. And I guess that I am in a position to do what I planned. So let's try to check here. And then let's try to check with this rook here. And then we shall lose the rook, but we shall take the queen, just as planned. Okay, let's move on. So black wants to promote. Black wants to promote. We are so far dealing this promotion square with the knight, but that means nothing because black can simply take the knight. So this is pretty much a dangerous situation for white. Okay. Okay. I can't see other clear threats, but this is also enough, to be honest. So what can white do here? we can simply take the queen. What's the problem with taking the queen? Is there any problem of taking the queen here? I'm actually not sure why we can take the queen. So we can take the queen. We can take the queen. It will still be dangerous, but we can take the queen. It will still be dangerous because the black bishop will be controlling the promotion square with this bishop here, and also he will take here, and we will need to move the knight here, but maybe we are quick enough to move our king to the game. So it's pretty much to calculate quickly for me here, but I shall take the queen here. And I shall of course stop the promotion here. And that was correct. Yes, I have some time to do something also with my queen if he plans to attack this promotion square. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. So what white has here? Of course, white has some dangerous plans because our rook is lost. Our king is pretty much exposed here. So I guess that we must react with our pieces, attacking the queen, attacking the king somehow. Maybe we can even sacrifice the rook temporarily here. I will sacrifice the rook, probably because I can't see anything else here in this position. I can also try to sacrifice this away. Maybe even better, because there will be discovered check. There will be discovered check after that. Oh, okay, this seems good. This seems no good. Let's check on h2. And what about discovered check? Something like this probably. And we shall take the queen. I cannot check here because white will take with the king. So I guess that this is the move here. And let's take the queen. Okay. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on. I need to miss one puzzle today. I really need to miss one puzzle today. Let's move on. So what we have here? White tripled the pieces on C file. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting, and that is pretty much dangerous. If white move the rook here, we take the rook, then he check, and what is that? That is a checkmate, probably because white is also controlling this diagonal here. So I guess that we are pretty much in a checkmate threat here. So what can we do? We can check like this or like this. Probably one of this move is correct. If I check here, we shall exchange the queens. We shall lose one pawn. Okay, we can regain the pawn with this move here, but I can't see any advantage for us here. I can't see any advantage here. But I also can't see any advantage if I check like this. What about this? I can... So what? White will escape to G2, excuse me, H2, and I check again. I have a perpetual check here. I can draw. I can draw if I want to draw this game. I can draw. But can I win somehow here? Can I win somehow here? Actually, if black moves here, I need not to take, because other rook is preventing. Rook on d5 is protecting rook on d8, so it's not completely dangerous. My situation with my king is not that much exposed, actually. Okay. So, if I check here, Maybe I can... Maybe I can go with the pawn, but not at the moment. It will be lost immediately. So I'm not sure, but this move is not clear at all. We exchanged the queens and we lost that important pawn, and I'm just not sure. I shall check on e1 here. Okay, and now do I need to revert the queen here, or should I? Or should I go with the pawn now? And I can then protect the pawn from here. I can always go here if I want. Well, let's try to win. We can draw this, but let's try to win. Let's move the pawn. Let's move the pawn. Let's move the pawn and let's take the queen. And let's take the queen. So white has just resigned. Okay, let's move on. So we have We have 8-man table-based positions here, so this is easy, am I right? No, such table bases do not exist at the moment. So let's solve one position, why not? So what can we do here? So white has just got a passed pawn. So so can we simply take the rook and win the end game after that? And win the end game. We have two connected pawns. This is our game, I guess. This is our game. I simply can't believe that we can miss this way. Let's take the rook. Let's take the rook because nothing else is clear to me here. And now, shall we attack the pawn here? we cannot move this pawn immediately. Also, we go with this pawn. Okay, if we move this pawn, we shall lose it, and we also have to deal with this pawn on h file. So I shall move with the king first. Okay. So I shall take the pawn, and now now white also has passed pawn in some. Without this pawn on e3, this will be a win, but not in this position, I guess. Maybe this also, but then white can promote at the same time as black. Actually, what is going on if we take this first? White need to protect with the king to f5, and via a tempo up. Let's move the pawn. Okay. So what is this? This is a no contest race. We are first. So let's move on. Let's move on. This seems like a complex opening position, actually. So we can, of course, take the knight, but we are losing the rook immediately, and also our queen is attacked. So we need to deal this carefully. But maybe we can sacrifice the rook and trap the queen somehow, if we cannot find a better solution here. So if I take the knight, black will take the rook, and I shall then attack with the... Oh no, no. No, no. He will take another rook which is now protected. Yes. So so I can exchange queens like this, checking, and then okay. But I have nothing more than exchange here. I have nothing more than exchange here actually. So I shall probably miss this one and conclude this video as planned with one missed puzzle here. But let's take once again let's look at this once again. So this is probably no good. Because this is probably no good. So I can't see continuation if black takes the rook on e1. Maybe I can go here after that, protecting the rook here, and king will need to escape, and actually she can escape here on E. Here on E, on A5, on A3 actually after that. Okay. I have some discovered attack then. If queen on A5, but here also on so I give up from this move here, and I can move here. Well, this is also no good, because after queen exchange black will be able to take this bishop here for free. So this queen also has important role of protecting this bishop here. So, well, we shall try just to take actually this knight and to see the solution here. And well, that was actually good, but as I said, I don't know how to continue from this point here. I have no idea at all. Okay. So now queen exchange means nothing because we are an exchange down. So this is no. This was no, as our rook is exposed. Maybe this move, maybe this move. And yes, black even didn't try to escape here, so I didn't see all the continuation here, but this was correct, and we are now winning the queen. So I shall take one last. If I succeed, I shall stop anyway without failing a puzzle today, but probably I shall fail next one. So we are in a check here, and we cannot take the queen. It is protected with the bishop. So, and we cannot take with other pieces, so we need to move the king here. We need to move the king here, and we have only two squares here and here. So here will be checkmate on g1, so we have only one square actually here. And what now? What now? What now? We cannot take the queen. We cannot take cover G2 square neither. So we need to escape here or here. We have again two squares to escape. Two squares to escape. And what are our threats? Our threat is actually a checkmate on the here and taking the bishop, which can take here. So we actually have a checkmate threat here. So black cannot check here because of the pawn. He can check. He cannot check here. He can check here if I move here, so I shall move here. And what now? We are still in a check. We are not going to sacrifice the queen. We have no material for such exhibition, for such a luxury here. So what can we do here? Well, we can either take with the queen or we can move here on G4. And if we move to G4, black will check here, and we will lost the queen actually. Wow! We will lost the queen because we are no longer able to protect, because this king will need to go here. We cannot move back now. If we move here, we are just losing immediately, if I can see correctly. So check. On E2, we cannot move here or here or here. We move here and the queen is lost. So what now? Wow. Wow. Do I have any options here actually? No? This is just fun. This is just funny. So I need to take with the queen. I need to take with the queen and lose the queen. And no. So, what was the correct move? With this. Oh, en passant! Oh, I didn't see en passant rule. Oh, just. Oh, I missed en passant. So my. Okay. That was at least fun for the end that I didn't remember en passant rule. So that's just interesting. So I hope that you like this at least a bit. Bye bye to the next episode.